Constellation has suffered losses before.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words. Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something. I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
Reality divine. Existence itself is a mystery.
Well, look at us.
Yearns to be
Two lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Our essence is what was imagined by its mind.
Maybe I like knowing no matter how far I run to the edges of space,
what we consider
someone is going to find their way back to me.
So far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors.
Chat for a
Hey,
bit?
stranger.
Normally, I hate talking to
sometimes.
people at
Okay.
funerals, but, well,
There's more, but those are the parts that
you don't
speak to
believe in
me.
the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but
Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo.
it's
Thank you.
comforting, isn't it?
Does anyone else want to say anything?
You haven't really lost someone. You're just waiting to see them again. And you don't even need proof. You just need to believe it. Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Hey, how are you holding up? Take some time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms to sit down in if you need to be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
But death
Anytime.
is one of those occasions where it's hard.
Everyone is in mourning.
Our friend.
I understand, but I cannot quite share in their
No
emotion.
afterlife. Or second meetings. No God in heaven that is
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close.
We are what lives
But
on.
this is...
The pain of loss
It is not the
inspires us to
same.
greater action than
I cannot
not
explain why.
is the
I am not sure I am making sense.
all this. Humanity is what truly
Thank you.
creates our world.
And I mean any.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish.
Are you part
No
of
amount of tears will bring the dead back.
I never knew that.
Yes, well,
It's just easier to feel guilty. If you'll excuse me.
You all might not like thinking about this.
Hi.
When we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects.
No.
and microbes.
And don't keep
Or
asking.
due to the lack of a body,
I'm not gonna be, alright?
carried away by
Everything's worse now.
until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona.
So many people here.
Gravitational field.
So many people saying
Not comfortable.
goodbye.
But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is
Huh.
going to stay and stay.
Are we supposed to feel better?
The fact is that the universe
Just because we're all in one place?
life goes on. That things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need.
It's just,
Yeah, we die.
it doesn't change anything,
For this shit.
does it?
But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil.
I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I
Who wouldn't want to be a part of it?
want to be alone for a while,
Even if it's just
okay?
for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not.
You want to Sam's constellation, people?
Birds from the universe has
Lillian Hart.
learned to.
He probably never mentioned me. I mean, I try not to talk about him, so... I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing to say. Cora's mother, Sam's ex. God, I'm rambling. Look, I don't know who I should speak to about this, but Cora and I talked, and she's coming to live with me. Right now, she's taking it all so hard. She wants to get away from here. In time, maybe she'll come back.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea? Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond. Aye.
My boy. I've lost my boy. What do you mean? Nothing wrong with me and my son. Sure, we yell. Families are supposed to yell at each other. So it keeps us honest. If you can't show your worst side to the people closest to you, who can you?
Morale in the lodge has been measurably reduced. I am told these types of gatherings are a sad vacation. That assumption appears to be correct. No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory and biometric data so I can cross-reference. But I do not feel as you seem to imply. I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming. It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that? I will note that feedback for later.